Once again, welcome dear viewers of The Niche at The Niche 2025 on YouTube and X, The Niche 2025 on our Facebook page, where we keep posting these videos talking about business innovation, opportunities in business, and strategies that have worked. So I'm Jidia Gasana, your host as usual. You have followed our previous talk shows. Last time we spoke about the big strides that Rwanda has made in the cashless agenda. So we pride ourselves of having taken the lead and being facilitated by situations like COVID-19, but even then being ready when the pandemic hit to turn into a cashless economy. So today I'm here with Mr. Patrick. He has been a mentor, he has been a partner in my previous journeys, my previous professional journey. So Patrick, I would like you to tell us more about yourself and the initiatives you've taken over the years with your long-term experience and your passion for, the digital payments and cashless. Also knowing so much about your company, Mobicash, that has made tremendous progress here in Rwanda and even within the region. So please, welcome to The Niche.
Thank you, Jidia. Thank you for having me. So my name is Patrick Ngabonziza. I am the founder of Mobicash, which has been a pioneer financial technology company dedicated to transforming digital payment and financial inclusion across Africa. So I founded Mobicash in 2007 in South Africa with a vision to provide secure, convenient, and accessible financial services to everyone, and especially to the unbanked and underbanked. So our ecosystem goes well beyond mobile payment. We offer a wide range of solutions, including digital banking, e-government services, financial inclusion programs, and merchant payment solutions. So we operate in multiple countries, partnering with government, banks, and telecom companies to create an inclusive digital economy. And in Rwanda, we have been focusing on digitalizing transactions, providing secure payment platform, and enhancing financial accessibility for individuals and businesses.
Thank you, Patrick Ngabonziza. Again, I would like to come back to our journey together in mobile payments, riding on telecommunication, where we had integrations with Mobicash, the transactions that happened during the peak seasons of the harvest. And I would like to know if this is still the case. You're carrying such kind of robust transactions when the seasonality is, the harvest season is there. I remember you were doing mutuelle de santé payments. You were doing a lot of collections on behalf of private entities and the government. So you have registered quite a success in this domain. And so maybe you could talk more about that, how you achieved it, and also the journey that you went through to come this far. Cashless just turned, with COVID pandemic, I'm sure that is when we saw a lot of cashless transactions, everyone going cashless. But I'm sure before that you had registered also a lot of progress with the merchant payments, with the integration with different service providers. So I would like you to also talk about your journey and how you made it thus far.
As you said, we have started first positioning ourselves from a strategic point of view to bring solutions that were needed in the marketplace. That's how we start focusing on partnering with government institutions in mutual, what you call CBHI collections. At some point, we were going as almost 60-70% of the Rwandan mutual collection through our network of SACCOs. They are almost 416, and our independent agent. We also have been pioneering in tax collection, partnering with the Rwanda Revenue Authority, where we have set up a mechanism that are almost the first in the world where taxes are in real time collected and remitted instantly to the Rwanda Revenue Authority. Other space we pioneered was in collecting Ejo Heza, which is a kind of private sort of pension solution, and as well on the Rwanda National Investment Trust. So those have been our key solutions that have taken us to able to bring solutions to the Rwandan market.
Okay, so you achieved all this through the partnerships, the right partnerships, where you identified a need to collect these kind of critical payments, be it taxes, be it the health insurance, mutuelle de santé, and to the groups that would have otherwise not achieved it. So, but we know that you are bank riding or pig riding on the telecom sector to achieve this. So it has been quite such kind of collaboration that you had registered success in that arena.
Yeah.
So I just wanted you to tell us how difficult it was to be in such a dynamic sector like the MFS, mobile financial services, while it was really in the pre-digital phase that you started. How did you come to achieve this kind of success when the penetration was so low at the time when you started?
Yeah, that's a bit of a hard question to answer, but what I could say that when I launched Mobicash concept, businesses starting with Botswana, the first barrier we met was to move from the traditional banking into a kind of challenging new system, Fintech, that can do things in much more flexible way. So we had this challenge of facing a regulatory framework with the central banks that are used to controls the old banking system model, and as we are bringing another way of, we could be able to propose unbanked and underbanked solutions. But through some hurdles and educating some of the central banks about the benefit of this emerging mobile payment system. So we have been managing slowly to come up with very, I can say, very solid proposal that could handle a very old of banking systems, mostly in Africa, where we knew that only 5% of the citizens were accessing to financial services. So us as a fintech bringing some new perspective and vision how things should be seen and managed, we have come a long way from that fighting a regulatory framework that was a bit more banking centered to customer-centered. And one of our success came our capability of having the customer at the center of our solutions. But this could be done through partnership, and mostly with a telecom company that has been our, I can say, our the telecom company was through their having a lot of customers and partnering with us, so could ride on this powerful of the telecom companies and roll out our services. So that's how we managed to succeed to reach some of the success in different parts of African continent.
Yes, Mr. Patrick, one would think that you have registered a lot of success in the past, but I know from visiting your offices, meeting the young, energetic team, very innovation-oriented, that you are still, the Mobicash is still here to stay and very, very much into the futuristic way of things. So what would you have seen as the opportunities now to delve into for the future of cashless, and what innovation areas is Mobicash into, and how will you achieve that? We are now seeing the technologies like digital currency, which are not yet governed by our countries in Africa, most of them. So how do we innovate in that space? What do you normally advise your teams in that area of innovation?
So the way I've been pushing my teams and even some of our partners was to be forward thinking and look beyond the present. And this is something that in Africa sometimes we lack, is to anticipate things and be able to project ourselves 10 years ahead on what is going to happen. So I've been very pushing my team, my partners. Let's anticipate and look at what will come next. As an example, I just come from Gabon, Libreville, to conduct a session of empowering the staff at COBAC. COBAC is that organization which is on top of the 6 CEMAC countries. So they're controlling the 6 central banks and they are the regulatory framework arms. So I want to give my perspective or how we should be prepared for the future. While I was doing that, we have seen recently that even Donald Trump came up with these cryptocurrency things, which is going to shake the entire world when it comes to moving from the traditional dollar space to cryptocurrency side. So we need to get prepared on what is coming ahead, and the best way, if you want to prepare your future, is to start creating it now. And that vision, that strong motivational forces that I'm pushing all through the youth, especially in the IT sector, when this AI, artificial intelligence, is coming to completely upside down the way we've been doing things. So we need to anticipate and be ready for the next 10 to 15 years. So we have to be forward thinking.
Wise lady that I interviewed earlier in this week, she mentioned that if there are no problems, then there are no opportunities. And she was reflecting on Jack Ma's, statement that says, so as long as we have problems, then we have business opportunities. So as I hear that you're now trying to find a way to de-risk some of these technologies that we are not yet into, like cryptocurrency, that is an obvious currency that is going to be used or already in use. How do we de-risk it across Africa, and where do we need to focus? Is it the policies? Is it the innovation? Is it so that one is still something I think we need to discuss more. But I wanted to come back to the obvious role you have played is to make payments feasible, to enable, grassroots level payments to happen, mutuelle de santé, that health insurance, the other kind of collections that normally didn't used to happen. But again, having met the robust young team, including ladies and women in coding, I was impressed by the team. So I wanted to find out from you, or to even tell our viewers, how you have contributed to changing the lives of Rwandans, in particular the youth, the women or young women, and how you will continue to do so in the future through your fintech company, Mobicash.
Well, to answer that question, there is not much options. It's the only options is to have a mind that I call design thinking. Design thinking is a way of looking at things how they are, and question yourself, can make it these things in a different way. So you redesign the way things are now, and in another way of doing it. And this is something I've been pushing in my team to adapt to this mindset of design thinking. When everyone is looking or swimming in that directions, look opposite, that's where opportunities are. When you look at most of these let's say in the IT sector, we find people that it's like a copy and paste. But that mindset has to be completely abandoned. As African, we, instead of looking at what the Western countries are doing, or Indians or Chinese, is to look the opposite side. That's where we're going to find our own solutions and our own way to re-engineer how things should be done, especially to service our populations, our citizens. And that mindset of design thinking has bring some solutions we have developed. For example, we have developed a concept of VAT real-time collections. As you know, VAT has been there for 70 years. When a customer buys a product, he pays a tax. The tax goes through the merchant. That merchant is supposed to remit the tax to the tax revenue authority. And most of the time, it doesn't happen. They confuse the VAT money with their own money. So at the end of the day, you find that in Africa, we have a VAT gap between 60 to 95% of uncollected VAT, because simply the concept model of using the traditional merchant VAT collection doesn't work. So we come up as a Mobicash thinking, hang on, why using the modern technology, mobile payment, or even bank payment, why can't we simply, during the transactions, we split the VAT and remit it in real time to the tax revenue authority? So by thinking that way, it has given us another edge to enforce how the future will be done. And I'm happy to announce that we helped the UK government HMRC for the last 3 years to implement our solutions, our concept of real-time VAT collections. And they've been implementing it from last year, and it seemed to go successful. So always keep in mind design thinking. Redesign your future and don't always go and copy paste. This way we're going to find opportunities to move into this digital world.
I would like to clap to that aspect of a homegrown solution being sold to the UK and being implemented successfully. So that proves that Mobicash is actually a fintech that is to reckon with. So I wanted to go back to the fact that you're helping the young people and also the people in actually it's no longer just the people in technology or ICT, it's everybody that needs to innovate, to have a design thinking, as you were mentioning, or become totally irrelevant. So I second your words. So do you have any plans, futuristic plans of, for example, if your solution succeeded in the UK, why not go global? I know you're already into the African economies, as you mentioned, Botswana and others. So are we going now to go, the Rwanda homegrown solutions are going to be sold globally, just like we have been importing a lot of solutions over the last, century. Now it's time for us to also, be on the international market with the homegrown solutions like Mobicash solutions, payment, the VAT deduction that you are mentioning. Which other, projects do you have in mind?
Okay, so the other project I have in mind is to piggyback on this artificial intelligence. But before even I talk about the artificial intelligence, I just want to say that I'm proud that our government has been and putting a lot of effort to sell our Rwandan ICT solutions through this RCI, which is Rwanda Cooperative Initiative. They have going in an aggressive way and selling those solutions across Western countries, and even I saw them recently moving into countries like Lesotho to sell these Irembo solutions. So this shows that Rwanda is on the right path of success driven approach of what has been built home is now splitting over into other African countries. So coming back to artificial intelligence, this is something that is completely will change the world. So there is no doubt, and we need as well to be again forward thinking and position ourselves in a such way that the future won't let us let's say in a kind of a backstage. So artificial intelligence, that's the future, and it's doing a lot of impressive things. And I've been teaming up with my team to be again to the forefront runners of building this coming future world. And I can add that I have been pushing my team, in fact, to build what this artificial general intelligence, so that as Rwandan, we always be at the forefront of this coming future technology. And it's possible to do it. Technology is there. open source code are there. Chinese, they have just released DeepSeek solutions, which is an open source. So you can always piggyback and keep using them like a trampoline for us to move as fast as we can.
Thank you very much, Patrick. I understand that we are already out there in the market, courtesy of the government of Rwanda enabling us, the Made in Rwanda products, to be visible on the international market, accessible and marketed on the Western market. So this calls for more innovators in the space. The youth that think they are going to get a job somewhere, they should start, coding now so that we can develop solutions like the Chinese and others are doing. So as this question, I keep thinking about it with so much experience, with so much knowledge to hand over to the other generations that are coming up. What can we do? Maybe I'm thinking of like an academy of some kind, because it should not be contained within Mobicash alone. Your experience or your solutions or your mindset changing is too big. It's bigger than Mobicash. And also there needs to be like, I don't know if there is a handover of some kind to somebody that you have trained and, mentored that is having the equivalent kind of experience. If you feel like you're comfortable to answer that question.
That question is a bit not so complicated to answer, but it's a twofold. I can give twofold response. One way is empowering our academic institutions to be adopting this futuristic way where artificial intelligence is driving everything through robotics, etc. At the same time, I've been initiating a new concept of education. Traditional education takes us through this normal route where you go through primary, secondary, university, and at the end of the day, you find that it's not yielding solutions that could empower our youth. That means that, let me give an example. This example, sorry for the academic professors at university. I always say that we have these university teachers educating us, giving us all the tricks on how we can succeed in life. I would say go and look at the pay slip. You'll find that they're teaching us intelligence, but they are the one who are left when it comes to profit out what they're teaching us. So I've been maturing a concept of building a future of education that will work on. It's an adult can register to an artificial intelligence platform that will assess his knowledge, and then from there he can suggest what courses he can, personalized courses he can follow to reach whatever he wants to become in his building his future. So this personalized education, individual adaptive educations, I think this is the future. And honestly, I think Rwanda can be the pioneer of this idea where we completely take upside down this traditional educating system and turn it into artificial intelligence driven system where anyone can come register. The AI can guide him through multiple solutions using text, using video, using augmented reality or virtual reality to take every single individual to reach his program. That means that no one will be left behind. That means everyone can succeed because AI can completely adapt to the cognitive
ability
of everyone, and really guide him to a successful reaching to become an individual who is adapted to the future reality. So this is a space that I see as a Rwandan who can tap in to completely revamp the entire educational system. I will provide much more information about this new way on my website, but I'm already inviting the Ministry of Education or academic institutions to look the other way of doing things. That, as I said earlier, is design thinking. Can we do things differently and make them forward thinking? So that's where my vision is now. It's completely go that route.
Yes, I get from you that not a one-size-fits-all education system will not help us to get more, fine-tuned developers or, people that we need in the innovation space, not just developers, but also in other disciplines. But we need to match the education to the cognitive ability of each person. That's a very welcome, I think, futuristic and also already required solution for our economies. So, as we conclude, and I would like you to give your last remarks on whatever that we may have missed from this very, I would say, long interview, but a talk show rather, not interview. Maybe this cashless agenda, we see that it has made everybody be able to transact in an instant, in a second. So people are having, through their phones, through the internet, through the USSD, they are able to transact millions of francs or, in an instant. So does this encourage a saving culture, or how do we need to also enable our reckless spenders that have been enabled by the technologies that at hand to be able to also, save? I know even traditionally the people that would spend, but there was that journey to the bank that would keep you away from spending so many times. Of course, cash is always the enemy, because if you have cash at hand, you're not even able to save it at all, because you will not even know how much you've spent. Now with the cashless mechanisms, the solutions that we have brought, that someone can easily withdraw and spend, a lot of money in seconds, how do we still encourage or discourage reckless spending?
To answer that questions, my position is that in that evolution mechanism from cash to cashless society, it has been a progressive way of adopting existing technology. But when I look at it, I think that the future of this spending money will be more custom-centric. Currently, we still rely on a system like bankings or mobile money and so on. But as things are moving very fast, I believe that the future of this financial system will be customer-centric. And that brings us to what I could call digital banking. So the digital banking in the future will be simply driven again by artificial intelligence, where your account is managed by some smart contract or other things that simply it's become personalized to your spending behavior. And this is what is coming up, that everybody will be having a bank account that is AI driven, that will look at your behavior, how you spend money, advise, help apply for loans and whatever. So this is something to, again, that is coming, and I think that, again, as us as Rwandese, it's another futuristic thing we have to tap in, and this AI driven banking system.
Yes, I think that's what I was looking for, because right now in financial literacy, you're advised to keep stock of your spending. Allocate 20% to the savings. Allocate 40% to your needs, 10% to giving. So this is really manual, and it takes a lot of time to even customize it to your thinking, and even take it to paper, and manage all that in a monthly income. So with this kind of smart banking or smart, there will be, I think, sub wallets that are limited in that mathematical way, that this 20% is your savings, you can't spend it. 10% is for giving, and 40% is for your daily needs, and so all that is something that we should innovate into and find a way of being smart in every arena of our lives. So as we conclude, I would like to give you a chance for any final remarks or call to action.
As a call to actions and final remarks, I would say that we should first keep in mind that we are focusing on empowering unbanked and underbanked people. And today technology is given a kind of helping hand to those marginalized populations. And we have the responsibility of building solutions that can solve this unbanked and underbanking. This is the terrible things in any society, is to have this digital divide where some people who are smart can adopt and others they left in. And today technology gives a lot of solutions and way to embark those people who are left almost depending on the cash economy. And one of the experience I did in Burundi, where the IT solutions were very low and difficult to adapt, we implemented a biometric payment. So we had the terminals where simply you come, you put your finger and you pay. So you don't have to remember your PIN, only your fingerprint could identify you to transact as a solutions. So we need to go more and more of securing financial transactions, and mostly using biometric solutions. Today we have iris. I even heard there's a DNA that's coming up, where those people who are left in the background, to bring them to adopt these solutions using these forward-thinking solutions like biometrics.
Thank you very much, Mr. Patrick Ngabonziza, founder, CEO of Mobicash, for a very elaborative, very rich, talk show that today really makes a difference to the youth and people in innovation. So once again, dear viewers, thank you for following us at The Niche. The Niche is a business talk show showcasing innovation in business, showing the opportunities and the strategies that work. So we are with a seasoned founder of business who is still in the business and very forward-looking, very forward innovating, as he explained. So nothing stops you as a youth, as a young lady, young man, young graduate, or even one still in school, to innovate. If Mr. Patrick at his age can still keep thinking about, the industry and the needs and making a difference in the cashless economy, why not us, the younger people? So that is a call to action from The Niche. Follow us every week at The Niche 2025 on YouTube, at The Niche 2025 on X, and The Niche on our Facebook page, where we'll be showing all these conversations that we are having with seasoned entrepreneurs. So long.